Okay, we're gonna make some upgrades to this Springfield Champion. So what we're gonna do is replace the trigger with a grider match trigger. We're gonna put in all new pins and springs. We've got some Ed Brown parts here. The big thing is we're putting in a full-length recoil guide rod, which I think is going to make the gun work a lot better. This one's from Wilson Combat. And we got some Wolf springs. We've got a recoil spring and a extra power firing pin spring, which they recommend. The recoil guide rod came with the spring, but we're going to use the Wolf one instead. Okay, first we're going to take this one apart. So actually we'll take the grips off first. That comes off. These are Crimson Trace. That's why they look a little bit different. Okay. I've already cleaned the gun pretty good, so it wasn't this clean a couple days ago. Alright, got those out of the way. Now we're gonna, I already did the safety check, we'll do it again. Good there. We're gonna go ahead and take the gun apart. Start by taking off the barrel, line up our little slot there, push that out. Got the slide stop out. I'll let the barrel go forward and push it off. Here's the spring we got in there now with the GI guide rod. And I think that's kind of getting in a bind and making the gun jam up sometimes. So there's our spring plug. There's our GI rod with the recoil spring. Go ahead and take the barrel out. And we're also going to take out the firing pin spring since we're going to replace that. So push that down, kind of slide this up out of the way. And I cover this. There we go. And there's our firing pin and spring. And we'll go ahead and pull the extractor out. We're just going to put the same one back in, but if we're going to take it apart, might as well take everything apart. Let's try this. Okay, so there's the extractor. Okay, so the barrel or the slide is disassembled. Now we're going to take apart the frame. Okay. We're going to start by letting the hammer forward. There we go there. Then we're going to knock out the main spring pin with a punch. Okay, there's our mainspring pin. I'm going to slide off the mainspring housing. We're going to take out the mainspring, and to do that we're going to push down on this plunger here and push this pin out. So let's see if we can do this. Okay, there we go. There's our little pin. Here's everything from inside the mainspring housing. We're going to replace this spring. We're also going to replace that firing pin spring and the recoil spring. And we're going to replace that mainspring pin. Going to replace that pin. We're going to replace both of these. Okay, so now we're going to take off our grips, our thumb safety and grip safety. So pull the hammer back, flip this up. It kind of works its way out. And there goes our plunger. We're going to replace that also. There's our safety lock or thumb safety. Grip safety comes right off. Our sear spring comes out. Okay, now we can just push out our hammer pin. We're going to replace the hammer pin. Hammer comes out. We can push out our sear pin. We're going to replace the sear pin also. And then the sear and the disconnector are going to fall out. Okay, we're going to take out the magazine catch. We're going to replace the little spring in there and also the catch lock. So we push it out a little bit, put our screwdriver on that screw and back it off. That'll come right out. We'll go ahead and take that screw out so that we can get to our spring. So there's the magazine catch lock. There's the spring. We're going to replace that. Then there's the magazine catch. Okay, the trigger will just fall out after that. And everything is pretty much disassembled. We're going to replace the trigger also. So this is everything being replaced. We got the trigger, we've got our plunger with the spring, a recoil spring, we've got our firing pin spring, our main spring, our magazine catch spring, the magazine catch lock, the mainspring plunger pieces, and the pin that holds the mainspring in. Then we've got our hammer pin, our sear pin, and the mainspring pin. Those are all being replaced. So we're going to move them out of the way.